Good morning, sweethearts. Feeling the magic? Happy Saturday. I woke up, I've been getting messages, don't get me wrong, but I woke up to an exceptional amount this morning. I made a post, how y'all doing? How you feeling? And Jamie puts on there lots of train wrecks. Sweet ones, there are lots of train wrecks out there. A gal messaged me late last night and asks me, what am I to do with these energies? It's making me go crazy. Well, beautiful sweethearts, this is my response. What do you do with the energies? You take a good look at yourself. And I say that with all the love in my heart, I do, but that's what these energies are bringing up. You know, the energies are asking us to take a look in the mirror. What is being presented? You know, what is it showing us about ourselves that we still hold, lower frequencies within us? Good morning, Sandy, Teresa. I don't know how to pronounce your name, sweetheart, but good morning, Jenny. Big hugs and blessings, Sabrina. And so these energies are triggering all that is not for your highest good, sweethearts. And if you're not liking what you're seeing, then you're seeing something about yourself that's asking you to see it. And to observe it within rather than, seeing it without and blaming others and pointing fingers and accusing and this and that. And good morning, Gary Smith. Big hugs and blessings, sweethearts. Teresa. And so, how you doing, Artie? Big hugs and blessings. And so, this is really what is being presented. Now, sweet ones, I have to say this again. All darkness is condensed light, asking you to find the light in it, to expand it out, if you will. And this full moon really is just that. It's bringing in energies to crumble, to make your towers fall. And what I mean by that is all that is not holy and pure in your energetic vibration frequency. Anything that is not holy and pure is being presented. Now, whether that's being presented through experiences. Good morning, Santosh. Good morning, Heather. Big hugs and blessings, sweethearts. Whether that is being presented through emotions for you, whether that is being presented as an experience, a circumstance, whether that is just you coming into an awareness of, wow, I didn't realize that I held that within me. Whatever it may be, sweet ones, this is just asking you to become aware of what exists within you, so you can expand it out through your heart and transform it. Right now, it's like riding a fence, sweet ones. You're being shown where you're riding a fence. And as challenging as it may seem to the human aspect, as challenging as it is for the mind to try and wrap logic around to what's going on, the mind is not going to be able to. And so, really allow yourselves to be present with what's being presented. And really step back and observe. And right now, sweet ones, the greatest thing that can help you is your breathing to keep you centered. And drink lots of water. These energies are amplifying, enhancing, intensifying the process fully crystallining in for some of you, you're crystallining your light bodies. For others, they're in a space of anchoring in the plasma. Quit now. No, you go play down there. You're not playing on my lap. Nope. Go down. Thank you. And so there's not a whole lot else any of us can really say, sweet ones. Focus on what you want. Focus on, rather than everything that is going wrong and presenting itself, ask yourselves, why are you in my presence? What are you presenting for me? Reveal me to myself. Because, sweet ones, that's what these energies are doing. It's never about anybody else. It's about us. It's about ourselves. And yes, if you're observing it, it is something within your cellular memory. And if you reach a space where you're able to see from different lenses, sweethearts, and when you can apply those different lenses, you're going to get through these energies much more graceful. And the more the water will have these things flow through much easier if you're willing to stop looking at the outside world as doing things and start looking at the outside world as yourself. Until you, sweethearts, until you can see God in everything, you're not able to see God in anything. And that goes for anything. That goes for a being. That goes for an animal. That goes, for anything. And if you are visually, no, you can go down and play down there. Thank you. My leg is not a platform for chewing on your toy. And that's what these energies are asking you to do. Is to find the glory, to find the divinity, to find the sovereignty, let me restate that, not even to find, to see the Creator, to see God, see Source, in whatever label you'd like to call it, in anything and everything, whether it's an insect, a plant, an element, an animal, a being, whatever it may be. And if you are not seeing the holiness, the sovereignty, and the divinity in anything outside of you, it's because you have not found the divinity, the holiness, and the sovereignty within you. And Artie says, all is Creator. Absolutely. And right now we're being asked, each of us, asked to become aware of that. So, what are you to do with these energies? 1, become aware of them, what they're showing you. 2, to transmute, transform, if that's what you need to do, or to anchor them in whatever your spirit is guiding you. Because right now, sweet ones, you don't need me or anybody else to tell you what to do with these energies. You have been on this journey long enough to know that all is a reflection of your perception. And your perception is self-reflection. That your perception is held within you. Yes, you can raise yourself to a high enough frequency, like there's many of us. We sit on the deck of the starship and our starships and we observe. And that's what some of us do. We're gatekeepers and grid workers. We can see through that set of lens. And by being able to see through that set of lens from a detached state, that's where we do some of our greatest work for the collective. And planetarily wise. And there's others, their mission is something else, so they don't see through that particular lens, but they see through another different set of lens, if you will. And that's why you're drawn to so many different people along your journeys. Because we all have the same gifts, but not all of them are activated in every single one of us at the same time. In the same moment, if you will. And in this space and time continuum that we are shifting from, is the word I'm going to use. There's no greater moment than really to be with yourself and observe what is being presented. Because in this space, sweet ones, right now we're literally shifting on the physical aspect now, whereas before it was more energetically. Now we're shifting on the physical plane of things. What was, for lack of a better way of describing this, for what was the without has now become the within, and what was within is now becoming the without. And as these things dissolve, morph, disappear from your realities, fall away, if you haven't noticed it, time has sped up so much. I mean, look at, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's October 8th or 9th. And it seemed like a week ago it was just the end of September. And so, if you allow yourself to stay within, and really observe yourself, no, don't, Snoopy, go. All right, here. I don't know what you're trying to get, but there, go have it. But stop chewing on my chair, please. My dog's chewing on the fabric of my chair because he's trying to get his, what do you call it? Those, bone marrow bones or something. And, they're just puppies. And so, and your dogs, your animals are really feeling these energies too, sweet ones. You're literally, good morning, Alice. Big hugs and blessings, sweetheart. And everything is being amped up, is being diamondized, if you will. And in order for something to be diamondized, well, look at a diamond, sweet ones. It's transparent. You can see right through it. And, you know, that is what is being shown to you. Any energy that you cannot see through, that is not transparent, that is not full of love, is giving you an opportunity to switch it to love. And really, that's all it is. You know, you drop a glass and it shatters. Right? And you can pick the pieces up and you can put it back together. To the human aspect, when you put it back together, it's not, you can't fill in the cracks. It's never going to be the same. And no, it won't be the same. And yes, you'll still have cracks. But those cracks can be filled in with love. And it can make that which was shattered something even more beautiful. And that's what you're being asked to do. You're being asked to shatter the old you and to embrace in every moment, in every breath, the beautiful diamond light that you are. You're being asked to see the light in the condensed light of matter. And you're being asked to surrender into that love and that light of the Creator. And to anchor that love and the light in, rather than keep focusing and anchoring in what is labeled as darkness or condensed light. And Kathy you can fill the cracks with light and love. Good morning, my angel. Good morning, beautiful. That's it. You're filling the cracks in with light and love, and you're finding that the dull piece of art that you always seen, whether that was in others or yourself, is actually a very beautiful masterpiece, a very magical masterpiece. And good morning, Nando. Big hugs and blessings, sweetheart. And that's really what these energies are there. So what do you do with them? You diamondize yourself. You baptize yourself in the Holy Spirit. You baptize yourself in the holy, magical, divine light that is bathing you, that is bringing up all that you subconsciously, unconsciously, whatever label you want to give to, don't find magnificent. And it's asking you to see the magnificence in it, rather than to see through your lens of rose-colored glasses. Because, you know, rose-colored glasses work both ways. Not only can it mask and make you see beauty, it can mask all the beauty to where you only see that whichever you deem not beautiful. We love Asian foods. What is that, Kathy? Tell me what that is, beautiful, because I won't be able to look at it until after it's a link, so my phone won't let me look at the links on it. So that's what you do with these energies. You create, sweet ones. Dance. If you feel like crying, you don't know what else to do, you're angry, you're projecting out, you're this, you're that, whatever the case may be, all I can do is encourage you to be creative. Get up and dance. Dance and drink water. Dancing, even if you just allow yourself just to sway and breathe, will take you out of the intensity, emotional intensity, and give you the opportunity to become centered, to where you can observe what these energies are bringing up, so you can so-called deal with them. And, you know, even if you're not a dancer, even if you're not this, that, or whatever it may be, turn on some music, blast it up, and just allow your body, just move your body, shake your body out. Whether it's just, you know, whatever it may be for you, shake that energy out, and you will find that the energy that you are shaking out is the stuff that is preventing you from being able to see the magnificence of all that you are. This is from a Japan saying to fill your cracks with gold and create a masterpiece. Oh, I'll look at it when I'm done with the video, beautiful. Thank you. I love you guys. And so, you know, create. If you don't, well, I don't know how to sing. Well, you know what? Yes, you do. It's your human aspect that is convincing you you're not good enough to sing. Sweet ones, you can sing, you can draw, you can dance, you can write, there is no thing you cannot do. Now, yes, you do have preferences, but at this space and time continuum right now, with these new energies and everything that's coming in, those preferences, and that's why it is necessary on your journey. If you have not asked yourself for a while, who am I? Now, when I say to ask yourself, who am I? I'm not asking you to ask yourself, okay, give me a name. Give me a name of my higher self. Give me a label. Give me, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm encouraging you to do is, who you were last night is not who you are this morning. Who you were a week ago, a month ago, a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years is nowhere near who you are right now in this moment. And because who you are is beautiful, divine, sovereign, and magnificence. Alice, I did long time. Well, Alice, I'm not sure if you're saying you did that a long time ago. If that's what you're saying, beautiful, I encourage you to do it again. Because the more you transform here, how you doing, Matthew? Big hugs and blessings, sweetheart. The more you transform from in your vessel, the higher in frequency you evolve to. Once you hit that higher frequency, that is not who you were in the lower frequencies. And your preferences, if you will, are going to change. And that's why I encourage you, if you have not, oh, I got you, Alice, okay. And that's why, ask yourself, if you haven't done it for a while, who am I? What do you want to become? Because what you want to become is already that which you are. So, if you couldn't play an instrument or sing, excuse me, or paint or draw, I encourage you to go try it. And don't try it just one time and give up. See, I told you I couldn't draw. Because these are things that are being activated. Absolutely. Changes are fluctuating. And these are gifts that are being reactivated for you, sweethearts. Because our natural states of being and existing in the higher realms is one of creativity. Perception is reality. Or is reality perception? Perception is seemingly reality, yes. And seemingly reality is perception. And only you can change that perception. You can find no, we are not burying your stuff in my chair. It ain't happening. I keep telling you that, son. And the only way to change your reality is to change your perception. Perception is self-reflection. If you are observing it from a human lens, again, higher frequency you go, you can observe it from higher observations and higher lens, and you can observe it from a detached emotional state of being. And until you're able to do that, it's always going to show you something. Well, it's always going to show you something of yourself anyways, in any given moment, in any given breath. So, your perception is a tool, sweet ones. And when you can allow yourself to expand those tools out, the more you stay right here and see through here and here and here all together, that trinity, you will discover that you will come into a frequency and a space, if you will, that you don't automatically see what's wrong in that duality concept. You see beauty, you see magic, you see magnificence, you see lusciousness, you see deliciousness, if you will. And you come into a space where when you do see something that is more savory rather than sweet, if you will, that's giving you an opportunity to add some magnificence to it, to add some magic to it. And you reach a space and a frequency, sweethearts, where you literally see before you experience it. In other words, how I come on here and I can share with you, okay, this is what this is going to be bringing up. This is what this is going to be triggering. This is what this is. That's because I'm seeing it. You reach a space where you can see all the timelines, you can see all the dimensions, you can see all the layers and levels in from a whole scope of lenses. And you can choose what you want to experience. You can choose what timeline you want to participate, what dimension you want to participate in. And so, as you go through these energies, if you allow yourselves, again, to detach the emotional side of it, from reacting what is being presented, you can see through it, you can see above it, you can see below it, you can see around it, you can see beyond it. And as you allow yourselves to get into that space, you're going to be able to start, and this is where the prophetic aspect of yourself is activated. And you can literally see what is coming, what can come, what doesn't need to come, and choose. And if you're not able to detach the human aspect emotions when this stuff is presented and see through it, see beyond it, see it for what it is, that it is just aspects of your inner child, if you will, bringing up stuff from your cellular DNA memory to be released. That's literally all it is you are releasing the lower density or the condensed light within you. And it's not that you are, it's not that you're necessarily releasing it. Let's look at it through a different aspect here. Yes, you're releasing those energies, but what you're not releasing in act, what you're transforming, what you are, is you're expanding the darkness, the matter, the condensed light. You're expanding it out with light. So it's not that necessarily you're releasing it. You're transforming it into something more expanded. And by expanding that so-called darkness, by expanding it with your love, by expanding it with your light, it's not that you are letting go or releasing it. You're bringing it into more of its magnificence. What you're releasing, what you're letting go of, is the stories, not the actual matter. You're letting go of the emotional attachments. You're letting go of the emotional judgments. You're letting go of the emotional perceptions. Because all darkness is form. It's condensed light. It's form. And the higher in frequency you go to, you come into a space where you come into an understanding that darkness is just as beautiful and magnificent and magical as the light. Because all so-called dark is just condensed light into form. And the more you anchor in your diamond light body, the more you anchor in your crystalline vessels, the more you anchor in that golden plasma, for those that are rising to those frequencies, for those who are embodying their solar Christ consciousness and their galactic consciousness rather than just the Christ consciousness. Because there's, and there's nothing wrong with this. Not at all. There is no wrong or right. And you're leaving that space of duality, that frequency, bandwidth. And you're moving into a higher bandwidth frequency where it's contrast, where it's not good or bad, right or wrong, incorrect or correct, yada yada yada. Because those are only duality frequency thought forms. And when you can allow yourself to understand that darkness is not bad, evil, yada yada yada, that it is just condensed light, then you come to understand and understand and overstand, if you will, that that which appears as form can be transformed and morphed by adding or subtracting more light. You can take a chair, a table, and you want to change it, change its form, then play with its light. Add light, go in, connect with it into a space where you're not seeing form, you're seeing light particles, and see where those light particles are condensed or expanded. Same with your vessels. You know, you're experiencing a distortion, an illness, a disease, a discomfort, whatever it may be. Good morning, Barat. And, you know, if you can allow yourself to go into, whether you do it through meditation, whether you can do it where many of us, like myself, are in a space where we don't have to go into meditation to transform anything, to change it, whatever. But for those of you that need to go into meditation and connect with your vessel, connect with the disease, the distortion, the discomfort, whatever it may be, go into it. And when you can see it as particles of light, whether that's condensed or expanded light particles, and you communicate with your vessel, you communicate with your cells, you communicate with those particles of light and condensed light, that is how you can transform it. And that is where you will come into a space of literally taking command of your vessel, of taking responsibility for your vessel, taking responsibility for yourself. And that's what you're coming into, or already are in and enhancing, if you will. Now, that is why it's also helpful to understand that as these energies present these experiences, and, you know, with the towers crumbling, if you will, with the truth more and more being revealed, the shock and the anger and everything else that comes up with it is, again, showing you, giving you the opportunity of where literally in your vessel, in your spacesuit, you are still have some energetic spaces where there needs more light put into the condensed light to expand it out. Because as you release the emotional attachments, the emotional ideas, the emotional thought forms, everything that you have miscreated and is now condensed light within your vessels, that shows up as discomfort, disease, illness, emotions, whatever it may be. That is just asking you to shine more light on it, to expand it out. And as you do that and drink more water, that is going to expand it out more gracefully, more gently, and with greater ease than if you resist it, if you will. And so that's what these energies are doing, and they are intense, and you know, you're gonna experience those intense emotions if you're not able to become aware of what your perception is trying to show you. Your perception is a tool, and it's a beautiful tool. That the outside physical world that you see is a beautiful tool, because when you cannot react, when you can just be in a space of really just being in the moment and observing, you're going to see, you're going to allow yourself to see literally the dimensions through it, and everything through it and around it, above it and beyond, and beyond it. And when you can find the magic in the moment, no matter what is being presented, you're going to find, sweet ones, that more and more and more is going to open up for you. You just have to give yourself permission. What are you barking at him? All he's doing is looking at me. No, come on now. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, let's go out. Come on. Come on. And that's the beauty. Come on, boys. See the moon, guys? Can you see how beautiful she still is? Hear the roosters crowing. And so that's really all that she's asking you to do, is really just to observe thyself, how you're interacting, where the judgments, if there are judgments, you know, where you are still seeing things as good, bad, you know, right, wrong, correct and incorrect, you know, where you are still messaging people and sitting there, you know, observe your words, observe yourself, you know, where are you still. I had a gal message me the other day, and it's like, what was it? How'd she say that? That's what I don't get about you people. I said, you people? What do you mean by you people? She said, you spiritual people that talk about energy. And I said, and you're one that's out there spreading the same thing, spreading your videos. I said, so how is it you people? I'm confused on that. I said, are you not... That's what I asked her. I said, you people, but yet you're in every single one of the same groups I am, and you spread your videos all over, so why are you saying me, you people? I said, you're right here hand in hand, side by side with me, so what's the you people? What am I missing here? I just blessed her and let her go on her way. And you know, that's it, you know. It's those little judgments, it's those little things that are presenting themselves for you to observe. You know, where are you unconsciously or unaware still projecting out that people have to be like you, have to think like you? Where are you still in a space of not accepting others? You know, all are aspects of self. And what that means, and is the same thing as perception, is self-reflection. You know, and it doesn't matter your opinions, because your opinions are judgments. And divine love has no reaction, it has no opinion, it has no judgment. It just is. And we just are. We are. Hand in hand, side by side. And if you don't see we And you're only seeing how you want it to be. And everybody, you want everybody to conform to your ways. Then I encourage you to observe that. I stopped explaining myself and don't try to teach anymore. Just giving ideas and let it go. Everyone has. And that's it, Kathy. That's it. Even myself, I've really stepped away from social media this past couple of weeks. I really haven't been on much. You know, I was given by my team, straight up by my team. Back up. Well, that's my words. I was given by my team to really step away from guiding and assisting people. Because right now, sweet ones, it's time to go within and to be your own master. You are your own guru. You are your own savior. In each space and time, those of us that have been in those leadership roles are taking on new leadership roles, if you will. If you step back and observe, many of us are not guiding and assisting in the same way we used to. And that is because, straight up, that is because you're at a choice point. You're either going to choose New Earth or you're going to choose Old Earth. And right now, we have done all we can do in this space of transmuting, transforming collectively, yada, 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 as much as we can in that sense. And now even we have to choose too. Either we're going to continue to keep trying to be leaders of the old world, or we're going to step into our full mastery and we're going to go be the leaders in the way showers as far as building the new earth. And it's as simple as that. Good morning, Shannon. How you doing, beautiful? And so now that is really what's being presented. You're at a choice point. And you're either going to continue to live in the old, or you're going to choose the new earth and those new frequencies and that love frequency, and that's really where it's at. And so you're finding many of us are really putting it on you guys to do your own inner work and to go within for your own answers, rather than messaging many of us saying, what do I do with these energies? Haver got 17 inches of snow at once. You know, I was told that, Shannon. My sister told me that. My oldest son is the manager of North 40 in Haver. He got transferred there February of this year, and my sister was telling me that Haver is where I grew up with Shannon. For everybody who's wondering what I'm talking about, I grew up with Shannon in Haver, Montana, and it's just a little town, northern Montana, like 40 miles from the Canadian border, and yeah, I was told you guys got 18 inches of snow, and it was still snowing. 900 still don't have power. Trees are down everywhere. My husband works at North 40. Does your husband work there? My son is Preston Good. He's the manager there. And he got transferred there. We'll send out prayers and loving energy to you guys, Shannon. So, sweet ones, really allow yourselves to just observe what's being presented. Observe the emotions that are coming up. Observe where you're still holding judgments against other people, not liking what they're doing, saying, being, hey, are you done already? Here, go get your toy. Come on. Go get it. Go play. And really observe where those stem from, because those are just, again, those are just beliefs that are held within. Because truly, all is beautiful when you allow it to be. When you can see the magic, when you can find the pleasure in the pain, when you can see the magic in what you deem destruction, this, that, whatever it may be, you will discover, when you can find the divinity in your enemy, or those that you label as dark and mean and evil and thugs and this and that, when you can allow yourself to find the divinity and the sovereignty and the holiness, because we all are from the Creator. And we all started out as pure and innocent. And it's been our families and our governments and our societies and religions and everything else that have taught us and formed us like pieces of clay into the artwork that they wanted. And it's for us to choose to change that artwork. To not be the artwork of what they formed us to be the artwork and the creative magic that we are. And they all love your new grandbaby at North 40. Yeah, she's precious, isn't she, Shannon? Oh, wow, my husband loves Preston. He's a great guy. I tell you what, he makes his mama proud. He sure does, Shannon. My son is every parent's dream child. He's a beautiful young man, and I was graced by God. He's a beautiful boy, and I'm very proud of my son. And so on that note, have a beautiful, beautiful day, sweethearts. Big, big hugs and blessings. And know you got this. Find the magic. Find the divinity. And how do you handle the energy? You drink lots of water. You find the magic. You dance. You sing. You create. You draw. You paint. You cook. Whatever it is that twitterpates your heart. Go out and do that. You do that, Shannon. And no, he was born there, Shannon. And no, we got this together hand in hand, and change begins with us, sweet ones. And if you're seeing something that you don't like in the outside world, then change it through here rather than here. And that's the only way at this space and time that I can really say, sweethearts, and encourage you on what to do. Because right now you're being asked to stop riding the fence. You're being asked to choose. Do you want a peaceful, loving world, or do you still want to live in a world of judgment, in a world of lack and struggle and limitation? And so that's what these energies are asking you. And how you respond, how you emotionally react, how you emotionally feel, what you are seeing with your perception and how you're seeing it is asking you to observe it. Because what you see with your eyes is not true. You see through the lens of the heaviness in your heart, or the lightness in your heart. You guys have a whole basket of toys and you guys are going to fight over one toy? Really? Come on now, behave. Hey, here, have your own toy. There you go. Thank you. Here you go. My dogs have been going crazy, I'm telling you, this recliner. They'll sit here, these energies, a wave of energies come in, they'll sit here and they'll start chasing each other. You're hearing them. They'll chase each other around this chair for 45 minutes to an hour nonstop. Or they'll run from that end of the place to the other end of the place back and forth really fast for 2 and 3 hours at a time, just back and forth. And it's like, where do you get that energy? Because they don't stop. I mean, they do not stop for like an hour, 2 hours when they're running back and forth like that. And, you know, even animals are getting upgraded. You want to say hi? You want to say hi, Tony? Say hi. No, I just want you to pet me. You want to say hi? No, I just want you to play with me. Alright, guys, I love you. Big, big, big hugs and blessings. Have a great day. Have a magical, magical Saturday. And observe, and you'll see. You'll be able to see, if you observe the waves of energy coming through, you'll be able to see where you're being put into a space of where you're actually starting to see these light particles more and more. The higher in frequency we rise into and evolve into. And if nothing else, sweet ones, oh, thank you, Shannon. He's a great kid. He really is. And if you can really allow yourselves to keep your focus through the eyes of love, you can get through anything. Have a great day, guys. Big, big hugs and blessings. Bye-bye now.